Hello everyone, CMeeCraft here, and welcome back to Let's Play Planet Coaster. Last episode, we did Creature Awakens, which, had just such an amazing ride in it. You really should watch that episode if you haven't. It's, the ride that came with the park that's just so amazing. I just love that you could do something like that in this game. Like, that's something you couldn't even come close to doing in, like, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. And I just love that, like... That's enough gushing over that ride for now. If you want to see it, go watch the previous episode. Today, though, we're going to Pirate Cove. Former pirate turned entrepreneur Peg Leg Pete appears to be struggling somewhat. His load-addled park is incomplete and lacking in fun. If only he could remember where he buried his treasure. It was around here somewhere. Take the helm and turn things around before this ship capsizes. Okay. My specialty. Let's go. Oh, wow. I just love all these buildings. Okay. So let's pause and see what we've got here. We have a lot of buildings. I presume at least some of them are shops. In fact, probably most of them have some sort of shop-like element to them. So I don't think we're lacking in shops in this park. Oh, we even have a nice Chief Beef statue. That's good. Now in terms of rides and attractions, what do we have? That's not a ride, that's just a lantern. Wow, I like this castle. I don't think there's any sort of ride elements to it though, which is a real shame. Just kinda asking for a roller coaster to be driven through it, in my opinion. Yeah. Do we have any rides at all? Oh, okay, we've got to this. The American Arrow, but it doesn't actually seem to have been built. We've got $7,000. Let's see. Reach a monthly profit of $1,000. Attract 600 guests is our easy objective. Okay. So obviously, first things first, this roller coaster here is kind of screaming at me, finish it. Because A, we already have the queue and stuff built, and roller coasters are pretty big deal things. As far as everything else, I don't see any other rides in this park, or at least nothing else that screams ride to me. So, let's go with this. Then what are our future objectives? Build a coaster. Okay, so let's see. Or, we don't actually need to go to the coaster right now. We don't need to build the biggest, most fantastic coaster ever. But we should build something here. And let's figure out what would be a good route to take. Obviously, we don't have that much in terms of funding. So let's figure this out. Okay, so let's first start... Let's see if we could get a nice turn going here. There we go. And we will have this be a drive. Okay, now we'll straighten out the track. Bring it... Turn it into a chain and bring it up. There we go. We'll slightly reduce the steepness. Okay, that ought to be good. Okay. We do need to probably have a chain for this last one here. Now take away the chain and hopefully that'll be slightly cheaper. Okay, so we're gonna want to go down like so. What I want to do, let's try to go right here through this hole. I hope you can see my mouse. Hopefully I activated that setting. So we're going to need to go slightly left. For at least a bit. We're going to bring that steep... We're going to slightly reduce the steepness of this roller coaster. We'll get that back to normal. There we go. Okay. Bring it up a bit more. There we go. There we go. Nice. Great. Yeah, we're even taking it up slightly. Through here. We'll even turn this more. So we just barely go right past the castle. Yeah, I like what this guy. I like what we're doing here. Okay. There we go. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. Alright, next thing we're going to want to do, we're going to want to get... let's see how close we can pass to the ship. Can we go right through the middle there, like so? Oh yeah, we can. There we go. And then I think from here, we could go for a nice little, I don't know, loop, perhaps? Of some kind, so that seems a bit high. So just like a little mini thing we could do. That seems reasonable. Well, let's test and see how this goes. Because I am actually somewhat unsure. Well, we could also bank this slightly, going into a turn. And we do need to be ending this quickly because we're almost out of funds. Alright. We'll get to this back. Actually, yeah, let's go over. Okay, good. Stop the test. Nice. Now we do want to go this direction. That's probably going to want to get back up on this. Go over. And then now we're going to need to end it, which will be a bit of a tough one. So we'll just get this normalized. We're going to have to go up slightly. Probably gonna have to curve out this way to be able to properly get back to the station. Okay, actually, okay, so let's go back. There we go. Okay, we didn't completely bankrupt ourselves on this. That looks like it's probably a fun little coaster. Let's test it. Let's get on this test, why not? Alright, here we go, guys. We are on the roller coaster. I'm actually quite excited to see how this turns out. Let's actually open up this testing interface here. So now with roller coasters, obviously we want to hit the middle in fear, A lot of excitement for very little nausea. If we haven't built this right, then that could really just kind of destroy our whole park. Luckily, I don't think we went too crazy, so we should be decent. It's going quick, but I think we're actually in just about that sweet spot on fear and nausea. So that's good. Then we just come around here, got a bit of beds. And there you go. Nice. We could go for a cinematic view, but let's save that for later. Alright, so a 5.6, a 3.99, and a 1.3. That is perfectly fine for a roller coaster. Let's open it up. Actually, before we open it, let's see. We can't do more blocked sections, so we only have the one train. This looks decent. I'd like to tell it to wait for a full load, if possible. Okay. We built a roller coaster for the medium requirements now. And now that we have a roller coaster, that should hopefully attract some guests. Roller coasters, I think, are generally fairly big tickets items to have in your park. What else do we have access to in terms of rides? Very few that are cheap enough. I think we should probably put our teacups in. Just because it's cheap. It takes up a lot of space, but we've got space. I know it doesn't fit the theme, like, at all, but we've got to get some rides going. So, yeah. Now, we put the entrance over here. Let's go for a wooden one this time. Put it over here to hopefully be able to benefit from the decorations I already have right there. Okay, we benefited somewhat. And we're down to 450 bucks. So these rides we've put in have to do something for us. Or else we're kind of doomed. We're up to 200 people in the park now. So hopefully that's good. So we can't really do much with our current amount of money. So let's just kind of... Let's take a look at the cinematic view of this roller coaster. It looks fun. So yeah, this is kind of just your standard run-of-the-mill, just normal roller coaster. I do think that, I think the track is fairly well themed, too. So that's good. Not like the track color, but we've got decorations and stuff along the track. Okay, the cinematic mode is interesting, to say the least. I'll be honest, that was a bit disappointing, but whatever. And so people are now queuing up for this ride, where it looks like we're actually going to get a full coaster this time, which is good. That's ideal. We want to try to maximize the revenue from these rides here, and so that means if people think this is a good value, and it's literally called Incomplete Coaster, so yay, I guess. And we got our teapots, or teacups, right there. Standards. Let's let's speed up the time a bit, see if we can gain some cash. Currently what we need is we need to get to a monthly profit of $1,000. And then also attract 600 guests. We've almost attracted enough guests to get that requirement. Okay, I don't think we've even been through a full month yet, so we don't know what our monthly profit is. Oh, it's negative $289. Darn. I'm not sure if that factors in, like, our building and stuff, or if that's... Oh, wow, the teacups have a nice long ride here, and line, and the coaster's doing well, yeah. We're queued all the way back to here. That's not bad. Also, one thing I wanted to look at, how is the track scenery rating is a high on this coaster, which is great. Or at least I think it is. I think that's good. I mean, I know it can't be bad. I'm not sure if, like, high is a very high rating for it, or if it could get up to, like, super high or something. So at this point, I think we might have enough to be getting our profits to the point it needs to be at. Not certain, though. We may need to build some more. Because one thing to keep in mind is we spent a lot of money to build this roller coaster when really we probably could have built like a bunch of just normal rides. So we'll see if once this month's profit comes in, and I'm certain that okay, there's nothing to do with this has nothing to do with construction costs or anything. If we don't have enough profits, then we will invest some more cash and build some more things, but we'll see. We will see. We certainly have the people to be able to build another thing and make money off of it. So let's see what we could build. I mean, the Venetian carousel is the only thing really cheap enough, but even then, you gotta factor into the cost, just the cost of building the queues and whatnot as well. But, I'm not actually sure if we have enough cash to do that. Right at plus 455. So, if this money gets up to 1,500, we'll build the carousel. Our coaster is quite prestigious. Can we... Let's see about raising the prices. I feel like raising the prices might benefit us. Finances. Let's make it a $12 coaster. And the teacups, what do people think about this? It's a really good value, eh? Well, how good of a value is it at $6? Oh, okay. We now have enough, or at least I have deemed that we have enough to go ahead and build a carousel. Which we will build somewhere where we could get a nice themed queue very easily. So we could build it like, let's see. I guess we could build it here. There we go. Carousel. Entrance will go over here. Exits will go over on this side. Connect the entrance with a nice little pathway. we will snake it a bit so that's in case it gets a long queue. Okay. Now we clearly should have been raising it a bit during this portion. Okay. Open it up, and then we will get this path going where we want. I believe it's... might actually be this one this time, yeah. Except it's not, yeah. Now I have a bench in the middle of the path. Yeah, that's not acceptable. Notifications. Nothing interesting. Alright. And the carousel queue is filled up. Is it themed sufficiently? Or at all? 25%. We can add a bit of scenery to that, I suppose. Let's get a nice cannon. Or something. There. There's a cannon now. Get some cargo. Okay. Too bad it's on S cargo. A crane. Sure. I don't know what it's doing there, but hey, it's scenery. 36%. That's acceptable. There we go. How is this rider doing? Quite well, quite well. Good. Our carousel's now getting quite the queue. That is good to see. How are our shops doing? So we have like a bunch of shops up here, don't we? They seem to be doing well, I presume. Do we have a toilet anywhere? Okay, that is a building. Oh, are those the toilets? What is... okay. Toilets now cost 50 cents. Yeah. So, hopefully people are still willing to use the 50%. Well, it's not free, guys. So hopefully the toilet should hopefully get us some good cash now. I think it should anyways. Well, what can I do about that? I don't know what to do, Gabe. It's not free, guys. It costs 50 cents now. Okay? 50 cents. We'll see how the toilets go. Because you gotta charge for the toilets. Right? And what person in the right mind wouldn't charge for the toilets? This ride doesn't have any cool music. Let's see if we can change that. Music. Adventure coaster. Why can't I hear any of these musics? Ride the Storm? There we go. Yeah. I don't know. Weird. We've got to be getting bronze soon. Alright. Only plus 278. Arga. Arg. Arr. I mean, there's not really much I can do. That's a sweet roller coaster. $1,000. Can I put up an entrance fee? Ticket prices? You now must pay $3 to enter the park. Or, you know, $2 if you're a family. Actually, let's raise this to 4. Yeah, $4, $2, $3 if you're a family. Okay. We have an entry fee now, guys. Yay. Also, our toilet's making a profit yet. I mean, I don't think we're making a profit, but we're reducing our losses, that's for sure. 50 cents to use the toilets, that's not unreasonable. Is this a restaurant or something? Why are my shops closed? Come on. Coming soon. Well, actually, probably not. Because we're just having too much fun building over in the sand area. For some reason. Yeah! Broad starred! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Great.